Hello and welcome to Avorion. My name is Spanj, and Avorion has just left early access and has arrived version 1.0 over on Steam. You can pick it up now. In fact, one of you lucky sods out there could actually win a copy of the game. I am giving away a Steam key for Avorion, and I will give you details of how to enter for the giveaway at the end of this video. But for now, we're going to go straight into some gameplay. So for those of you that don't know, Avorion is a sort of 4X kind of space game, but it actually lets you build your own spaceships as well. So you start off as a little drone and you work your way up through the galaxy, searching for a material called Avorion to build bigger, better ships, and ultimately, mine, trade, fight, build, all the way up to saving the galaxy from an unknown enemy. I'm sure plenty of you are probably familiar with Avorion already. I myself, not so much. This is the first real time that I'm sort of playing it, and we're going to go with the default galaxy. I'm just going to play single player at the moment because I am nowhere near familiar enough with this game to go into multiplayer and get ganked and pointed at and laughed at by everyone around me. So let's just go with Spanj's LP game. Here we go. Random seed. I don't know what that means. I assume that's the thing that it generates the galaxy on, because of course everything is procedurally generated. I'm going to put collision damage at half because, you know, I'm rubbish. And we're going to go ahead and start. So here we are. This is Avorion. Oh, well, at least how we start the game anyway. You start in this tiny little pod. This thing is basically your avatar. This is, if I was in a man in a spacesuit, this would be me in a spacesuit. Except I've got this nice little laser, mining laser on the top here. Pew, pew, pew. Anyway, if the first time you're playing the game, you will be offered to run the tutorial, and I highly suggest you do, because it is very useful for guiding you through the basics of controls and what the hell you're supposed to do in this empty void of space with little or no direction. These shiny rocks over here are resources. We're going to go and mine some of these, and we can actually use and hold space to go faster. And got to go fast. But anyway, this is this little pod of ours. It doesn't last very long. Pretty soon after we've mined some iron here, and we do this by just waltzing up to rocks, waiting for the little cursor to go green, and then pressing the mouse until the rocks start disappearing, and we very satisfying little bloop noises as you pick up the resources, which is fun. We like the little bloop noises. And get behind that bloop bloop bloop. And obviously, what we need is all resources. We need all these resources in order to build bigger and better ships. So mining is probably quite a big aspect of the game, at least to the point where I guess you start trading maybe. I haven't actually got that far into the game. I've got about as far as making my first ship and flying around a bit and doing a couple of warp jumps, and that's about it. So I have no idea how the combat works, I have no idea how the trading works, and yeah, that's about it. So this is going to be a learning experience for all of us, I think. And for those of you that are obviously experienced and know what Avorion was about and been here, done that, and got the t-shirt and stuff, probably going to be yelling at me, Spanj, you fool, you're not supposed to do it that way, do it like this. And that's absolutely fine. Please feel free to put said comments in the comment section down below. I'll be sure to read them, get slightly grumpy with you, and then take your advice on board. Anyway, we've got more rocks to point lasers at, which is pretty much all I do on YouTube. Mostly is point lasers at rocks, whether it's Avorion or whatever. It usually involves rocks. And I mean, it's surprising how many games actually involve mining that I play. Even like the shooters, Deep Rock Galactic. Hey, it's all about mining. Funny that. Anyway, I'm going to get some iron, and then I'll show you the next phase of play. So once you've collected some resources, and in this case I've just collected a bit of iron here, I've got about just over 2,000, which is enough to start piecing together a ship. Anyway, once you've eaten your way through a few asteroids at least, you can click on this little flag up here, found ship. You found a ship, and then give it a name. I don't know, let's call it the Pioneer, because we are pioneering, or something. Alliance ship, no idea. I don't know. Is it founding fee 500 iron? So you might want to take that into consideration. And once you found a ship, this is it. It's a block. There you go. I found a ship. And as you know, I'm sort of trying to move it around. It doesn't do anything. We're a static block in space. So the next thing we do is hit B, and this puts us into build mode. and build mode is, well, it's just a grey empty room with giant green arrows on the wall. But this is where we can obviously build our ship. On the left here we have all our tools and stuff like that. At the top here we have these warnings about what the problems are. Obviously we've got no thrust or anything, and over on the right hand side here we've got our statistics about everything, and we can actually just exit into the drone and fly around a bit more if we need more resources, and we're not quite finished with this yet. So, and you can do quite a lot in this build system. I haven't explored it to the full extent, but I mean you can generally tell how incredible things are, because if you have a look at the workshop stuff, you can see things, well, like this orca here, for example, is just incredible. Have a look at this. Let's see if we can apply design. Oh, we can't apply design. I've never done this before. I need a lot of credits to do that, but that, just looking at this tiny little image, if you can see that, is a very detailed and good looking ship with rounded corners and things like that. So it's not all about just blocks, although there are a lot of blocky ships in the vanilla game. I think if you are so inclined, you can build some pretty nice looking, aerodynamic, slender, decent looking machines. You just spend 5 minutes on the workshop and you can see the sort of stuff that you can come up with. Now, I'm not going to pretend that I'm anywhere near any kind of level to sort of build something like this. I'm going to need a little bit more experience in the game. So anyway, ignoring this, and I think these ones are the sort of the vanilla ones here. You can see these have a sort of blocky quality to them. This is just stuff that's readily available in the game. Not much shaping going on, well, a little bit, but yeah, you get the general gist of the ship design there. We're not gonna do anything like that. We're just gonna build something on the fly here. This is our sort of hull block, as it were. If we click on the blocks over on the left, we can have some engines, we can have some cargo bays, some crew quarters, thrusters, directional thrusters, and all sorts of other stuff. What we need is some engines, some crew quarters, a bit of cargo, and some maneuvering thrusters, and that will pretty much do. I'm going to see if we can get some solar panels on there as well. Anyway, forward is that big green arrow is the key there. I'm going to add a bit of hull, and I'm going to make this sort of a fairly long affair. So what you got in order to manipulate the blocks is the W, A, S, and D keys. If you press and hold a direction and then move the mouse around, you can see it does that. If you middle mouse onto a block and then press delete, it gets rid of it. So shift will match the surface area, I believe. Basically all the little controls are sort of highlighted down the bottom by the bar there, so you can see we're going to have a sort of phallic shaped ship going on here. What I want to do is create a vessel that has the ability to be improved and expanded on as we go and as we collect more resources and stuff. So I'm going to add, let's say that this bit here is the back of the ship. Let's just go. I've never built in this game before, so bear with me, guys. I know it's probably not an impressive show of building prowess. Anything but, really. What do you want from me? Let's see. Oh, wow. W increases the entire size. There we go. That's what I wanted. Oh, yeah. That's the other thing. We need to add a mirror zone, don't we? Let's do that now. We've got multiple mirror zones. We can have X, we can have Y as well, and we can have Z as well. We can have all or none. So I'm going to go with just the X for now, I think, because I don't really know any other way. And what we're going to do is going to add a thruster. Oh my god, I made that huge. Make that not so big, shall we? Now, thruster, regardless of which way you spin it or shape it and stuff, is always going to be... I want to make a nacelle here. I don't think... Oh, there we go. There we go. I'll make it a slightly longer... Oh, no. Slightly longer. There we go. I can't roll quite... And then I'm using WSND and also to try and move the camera around, which is obviously not going to work. I want to move this further down. And in order, so I have to rotate the camera a bit. Okay, well, there we go. That's going to do. That's our forward engines there. You can see the sort of shape that I'm going for already. I've got nacelles. In fact, I might want to actually move these out a bit. Just want to stick it out a little bit more, really. And basically, the engine, the properties of the engine, and a lot of the blocks in this game are sort of calculated based on the block's size. So, if you want more thrust, like I do, then you make it longer or wider. I'm just going to add that bit there because I want this engine to... There we go. That's kind of what I wanted there with the engine sort of stuff. So I don't know whether that's going to be good enough or whether we're going to be wholly underpowered. At the moment, the acceleration is 298 meters a second squared, which is a huge amount of power. But obviously we haven't added things like crew quarters in yet. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. We've got a sort of plinth here going along. I'm going to make the crew quarters be pretty wide. Also fairly long-ish. Again, I'm not quite sure whether what I'm doing is good or bad practice. Yeah, who knows? There we go. So crew quarters, that gives us 54 max crew, which is a huge amount, so we don't need much more of that. Let's go for a cargo bay. Let's stick that on the bottom. I'm going to make that a little smaller than everything else. Cargo bay. Cannot build this, the block overlaps too much. Well, that's okay, because it placed it anyway. So, I mean, that's the sort of basic stuff, but we also need deceleration. We got iron thruster, directional thrusters. We've got some deceleration thrusters there, which is deceleration at 6.1 meters a second. Absolutely pathetic. So we're going to need a few more on this. And also notice, that I don't have really much in the way of any kind of armor on this yet. So we're going to need to give it a little bit more shape in that regard. And with that, we can add some more thrusters on things. So there we go. We've added some sort of thrusters in there, and things are sort of on the right are looking reasonably good. We're generating 500 megawatts of energy, and we only need 441 to run this. So we've got a 15 megawatt surplus. Now, the other thing we could do is we could probably add some solar panels to this thing in sort of some random way, and that will generate some extra power for us if we need it. I'm just sort of trying to wonder now. Best way to add some solar panels into this thing, probably not in any attractive manner. Any starship with solar panels on it generally looks pretty diabolical. So let's see what we can do. Maybe we can have some top bottom solar fin sail type things. So if I add, this is going to look terrible. Let's add a top and bottom fin. So add one. Do I want mirrors on the X? Get rid of the blocks there. Do I want mirrors on the Y? Yeah. When I add a fin, the center there adds it to the top as well. Groovy. Now let's see about solar panels. So solar panels, I want long, reasonably long, like that. Maybe not so thick. Nice skinny solar panels. Add several. Like this. Oh, we're out of stuff, I believe. Yep, that is very much out of stuff. This is ridiculous. Okay, maybe not with the solar panels. It just looks a bit daft. I don't mind the sail on the top there, okay, no, maybe not. Let's just stick with the ship we got, I think. So that's good, I think. What we got? 400 and something or other. Oh, goddamn! Do you know what? I almost forgot. We need some guns on this bad boy. So there is a turret base. Turret base. Okay, so what we need, because obviously we need some mining stuff, right? So add turret base there and there. Everything's on the front. We're gonna add one on the back as well, but we're probably not, in all honesty, gonna be able to do anything. We'll not be able to add any turrets just yet. Certainly not any significant ones. We've got mining turrets, so we can add 2 on there. We need 4 miners. We've now got to build more turrets, increase the amount of turret slots on your ship with system upgrades. Buy system upgrades at an equipment dock and equip them in the ship menu. Oh, there we go. There's something I didn't know either. So we've got miners now. Energy requirements are still the same, which is nice. Good. We've got ourselves a little nacelle ship with no armor and no firepower. And we know, what was this? Not enough crew. Yep. Not enough mechanics. Yep. Ship is very weak compared to other ships in the region. You will not survive combat. Good. Excellent. Okay, well, I think we can come out of build mode now. And there we go. We're in our ship. We are in the ship that we just built. This is crazy. Look how mental our top-down thrust is. That is excellent. So anyway, what we need to do is we need to actually assign some crew. So we can come up to here in the ship menu up here, and then crew, and we've got 8 crew as it is anyway. So we can actually assign 4 of those as miners and 1 as mechanics, and that leaves us up as some other crew members. So there we go, and we should be able to actually sort of trade with these stations and stuff. By F to interact with the. I can hire crew, so I could say I want another 15 crew. I don't really need 15 crew at the moment because, as it turns out, my ship is able to work okay with the crew that I have. We have 100% efficiency. We have to pay our crew. This is an outrage. How dare we? Unbelievable. Right, we'll reset our camera a bit there, so we can carry on. We can carry on sort of mining a bit at the moment. So, can I adjust this? Yeah, you can adjust the camera by holding Alt. There we go. That's a bit better. So, same thing when you're in a pod. Really, you just sort of float around, and every time you see a bit of rock, you can mine it. As you can see, my ship is drifting like a absolute mad lad right now. But that's cool. That worked out. We've got 2 mining lasers. That seems to be working pretty well. Nice. We've got 1400 iron back. Obviously, the more resources you can get, the more you can upgrade the vessel. And, you know, more upgrades, better stuff. There we go. Oh, well, there goes that rock. So, yeah. Pretty much Avorion in a nutshell. Am I close enough to trade resources? Yes. So I can sell the iron here, which is worth 4.2 whatevers, and it looks like the resources you can buy and sell are literally just what you can mine, which is nice and simple and stuff like that. There was something else about refining raw ores. Oh wow! I have no refinery. Refinery tax 2%. So I have nothing. Can I not put some stuff in here? Can I not? Can't seem to do anything. Play? No, that doesn't do anything. You must be docked to the station to refine ores. Oh, okay. I don't know how to dock. That's the only drama. Is it a case that I just need to get close enough, or let's see, refine? No. You need to be docked. Okay. How do we dock? How do we dock? Dock. Right there. Can we get near that? Does that then do something? Hold F. Oh, there we go. Hey. Now we're docked. Right, okay, so just get close to one of these dock things, and then there you go. So if I start refining, I thought I had a bunch of iron. Can I not? Scrap iron. I just want to turn my iron ore into whatever it all. Apparently I have none. Let's get out of here. Let's get away from here. All right, so the next thing is as well, we've got a map, and the general idea is, well, you'll play when you go into the tutorial. The general idea is to head to the center of the galaxy, and this is where the Avorion is. And Avorion is basically, as you might have noticed in that menu with the station there, is one of the resources. So Avorion ore is right down here, is this red stuff, and all along the way we've got titanium, nanite, trinium, xanion, and orgonite. Along the way, and generally each sort of type of ore either has a different function or different properties and stuff like that. It might hold more power, obviously stronger hull, open up more technological options for your ship and stuff like that. And the map here, the general sort of principle is that the more you head in that direction, not only the tougher the game gets, but obviously the more nicer the ore gets. So it's kind of a balancing act between whether you run the risk with your ship in sort of running out into space and seeing what you can find, but also possibly running into pirates and getting the crap kicked out of you, basically. And in the ship that I'm in, I can't really afford to get any kind of combat right now, because all I've got is some mining lasers. But I've just spotted a glint out of the corner of my eye here. This looks like it might be well, it's not iron, that's for sure. I don't know what it is, actually. I've never mined it before. So if you want to slow down a bit quicker, you can always just turn the ship around, and that should then engage the main thrusters and give you a bit more power. So this is giving me titanium. Oh, fantastic. Oh, wow, excellent. Well, titanium is going to help us get a little bit more hull integrity, I think, isn't it? I'm going to spend a bit of time, I think, into the old ship designer and builder and stuff, and see if I can come up with something a little bit less wannabe. I don't know what it's trying to be. It's obviously trying to be something out of Star Trek, but it's failed miserably. I have no cells, and that's about all I've accomplished. And I don't know. If I put a saucer on top of that, it may work. Probably not. Probably needs to be 4 or 5 times bigger than what it currently is. And also, you might notice mining this rock is taking its time at the moment. So obviously, you can get bigger and better mining lasers, I think, as time goes on. More powerful ones. These are obviously just iron mining lasers. Probably only going to be able to let me mine titanium, and then that's it. If I try and mine something else, it might turn around and go, nah, you need bigger, better mining lasers. So there's definitely a clear progression in the game. So now that we've actually picked up titanium, we can actually build a titanium generator, and this is going to give us more energy. You can see already just putting that tiny bit on the ship there increases us by 82.5. If I make it bigger, it's 1.98 gigawatts. Great Scott! So yeah, so definitely upgrading to different materials is going to be a huge benefit to this ship. So let me see if I can get a nice little generator. And this top bit here, I might just actually just take that off, because that is just hull. So let's see what we got. If we create reasonably sized generator 2, that gives us 600 megawatts. And that a little bit more. Boom. 700 megawatts. That is a huge amount of power. Well, there we go. That's pretty good. And obviously, you know, we can then increase our hull and stuff like that, and make it nice and strong. And with the more power, we can add things like field generator and stuff like that. Where is that? There it is. Field generator, which produces a protective field around the ship, which is always a good thing. So before we finish today's episode, I wanted to take a quick look at the equipment dock. So this is where, you know, if we were in our free mouse up here, it says your ship is very weak compared to other ships in the area. You can put a shield on it and stuff like that. Inside the build menu, we've got to build more turrets, increase the amount of turret slots on a ship, the system upgrades, buy upgrades, the equipment dock. So I've flown to this equipment dock, and the equipment docks have a little like spanner kind of icon on them, and we can see in this one, if we have a look at trade equipment, We've got various items. We can sell items. Triple chain gun turret somehow in my inventory. I think that's quite interesting. But if we have a look at the upgrades here, we can see one of them is the turret control system with the MCTS2. So and this gives us add slots for armed turrets, which is very nice. And we can buy that for, oh, you know, only 7,500 credits. Or is that 30,000 credits? Actually, I can't remember. I can't really tell because that says 30,000, but if I hover over it, it says 7,500. So anyway, the point is, I've only got, and if we look at the top left corner here, we've got 517 credits. So yeah, I can sell 2 chain gun turrets, but I kind of need those. So I think what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to go mining some more. Because we can trade goods here, and we've got ammunition and fuel and warheads and blah, 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 all this stuff that we could sell if we actually had any, which of course we don't. Now, of course, to get that sort of stuff, I think we're probably going to have to start killing things and salvaging them. So for the time being, I'm going to head back to the asteroid fields, and we're going to go and get some resources, I think, and we're just going to have to sell them in order to make credits. I'm actually going to go over to this one, because this one we haven't actually been to, and there's a mining station there that might allow us to sell things better. But anyway, this is going to probably take me a little while to get sort of, you know, a little bit more than whatever this thing is in front of us. I don't even know. What is this? It's a thruster sled. This seems to be all that it is. It's a sled of thrusters. With explosions going on. But this is the other thing as well, that Avorion is a living galaxy. Everything's going on around you, and it doesn't matter if you're here or not, stuff's going to happen regardless. Anyway, at the start of the episode, I said that one of you lucky sods out there can win a key for Avorion. So if you're interested and you want the game, and perhaps you can't afford it right now, or you know, you just want it because reasons, then all you need to do is head over to my Discord server. The link down below in the comments, well, in the video description actually, for the Discord server. Go ahead and join that. Head to the giveaways channel and follow the instructions in the giveaways channel to enter, and then I will be drawing a winner from everybody that enters on Wednesday. So we've only got 2 days to enter. Yeah, go ahead and enter in that, and one of you will win a key to Avorion. And you can join me in not knowing what the hell you're bloody doing. Actually, you'll probably do a hell of a lot better than I am at the moment. Anyway, there's a rock. Let's go and mine that. Let's go make some money. And hopefully we can then add some turrets and some armor and stuff. Oh god. Oh god. Don't crash, don't crash, don't crash, don't crash. Yeah, turn the ship around. What we need to do. Mine the rocks! Mine the rocks. Anyway, so that's how you enter the giveaway. Join my Discord server, head over to the giveaways channel and follow the instructions there. And I'll pick a winner on Wednesday. Same time as this episode come out, so Wednesday, 8 PM GMT, UK time. And we'll go from there. Anyway, that is going to be all for today from Avorion, but I will be back. I will be back once I've mined my way to some kind of profit. And we can actually buy some stuff. And yeah, hopefully I will see you then. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you, and until next time, take care. Bye-bye.